Supposed to say when. Hey everyone, Robert with Robert Nixon Real Estate. Doing this Thursday's interview with Taunya Holland from Central Insurance. So I have a few questions I'm going to ask her. And this is Taunya. She's great. She's done a lot of my insurance. I switched all my insurance over to her. And she's helped a lot of my clients. Sometimes there's some difficult ones for sure, and you need to think outside the box, just like any real estate transaction, really. So I got a couple questions for her, and yeah. Taunya, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
We told her it's live, so she knows it's live on Facebook. So my first question is, how long have you been an insurance broker?
It'll be 20 years in March, so it's been a little while. Yes.
That's a long time. She's
yes.
got me outdone by about 10 times or something.
A little bit, yeah.
Why are you passionate about being an insurance broker?
I just love being able to help people. Like Robert said, there's lots of little thinking out of the box. That's kind of what I do, is I think outside the box and find solutions that a lot of brokers can't find.
And I think that kind of comes back to last week we did Cheryl, right? So if you go into a big office, it's like where Cheryl's working directly for the bank, right? So she explained how she's not like a broker skipping a step. Maybe she didn't, but kind of the same thing where there's not like a middleman in between
right.
you and the insurance underwriters.
That's correct.
Whereas you go into a big office, there's middleman in between, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of what I did. I used to work for big brokerages. I've worked for some very big brokerages, and I found that having the flexibility to do my thing without worrying about the corporate bottom line, I can worry about my client's bottom line first.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is what really makes what I do unique from my competition.
For sure. What made you decide to get into the insurance world?
It was just something that just kind of came to me. I was looking for a job. I was looking for something to get me out of the restaurant industry, and I met a girl that was an insurance broker, and she said she loved her job. Pay was great. Was not years and years of studying, so I just jumped in with both feet.
So that being said, this probably when you started it was a job, but now you're self-employed, so same sort of thing. You're not getting paid by the hour. You're getting paid to get the job done, so she's going to put a little more effort in.
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure. Just like Cheryl and myself, which makes a huge difference. When you have someone 9 to 5 and they, aren't getting stuff done by Friday at 5, it can be tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
What sort of insurance policies do you deal with?
I deal with home insurance, rental insurance, tenants insurance, everything on the personal lines except for auto insurance. And then, of course, I deal with commercial insurance. So I can deal with property management, big condos, those kind of things, any kind of contractors insurance.
So almost anything except for auto?
Pretty much everything but ICBC. Like, I can do auto, but it's a private auto. It's not very competitive right now.
Right.
I don't have an ICBC license at this branch. So I don't deal with that. I have had a lot of years experience with ICBC, so a lot of people ask me questions about that, and I can help guide them.
Right, and you're happy to help anyways.
Exactly.
She does have my boat insured, so
yeah.
That's not automotive, obviously. It falls in a different place, and she can do that. Tell me about your first time helping someone with their insurance policy, or a memorable thing you've done for someone.
I think one time I was at the dealership. I used to work at the road, and I came across this lady who had a fleet vehicle, and it was a big truck, and I noticed that the rate class was listed as a carrying explosives.
So you're working just in automotive then?
Well, I was doing everything, but that was when I was doing road running, so I was doing ICBC at this
right.
point.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, she had a big truck, and it was rated for carrying explosive materials. So I'm like, so what are you carrying? She's like, bread. I said, don't think that's very explosive. So I went in and I changed the rate class for her. I saved her about $3,000 on that one policy alone. So that was a huge, huge win. And those are just the kind of things that I can, kind of pick up. And
you can look over the policy. And honestly, actually, the first time I met with her, I'd referred people to her, but she went over my policy and she actually told me it didn't make sense at that time to change. So it's good that she gives an unbiased opinion there and sort of looks out for your best interests instead of selling you something. Yeah, it did happen with me. But now she has everything in mind and it made more sense now. So that is good for both of us, obviously. What is your what do you say is the most challenging aspect of being an insurance broker?
Keeping up with all the changes in the industry. In like 20 years, the computer systems are constantly changing. Thankfully, we have an archaic system, and I love it. I would never want to change it down right now, but it's the first time it's been down in 2 years, which is a pretty good thing. So keeping up with that, keeping up with all the information, all the different products. We just had marijuana legalized, and now we're learning how to reread the policy wordings, questions to ask. So it's constantly changing industry. Keeping on top of it is always been a challenge.
Yeah, that's hard. We've went through some crazy changes lately as
Yeah.
well. And the marijuana one, I mean, on the property disclosure statement, now you're allowed to do it, but banks and stuff won't look at it as soon as it's disclosed, so it's complicated.
Oh, that does make it complicated.
Oh yeah, and they're supposed to change that apparently, but no one knows what or when or how
Yeah.
yet. So we'll see.
So it's one of those things I haven't actually outright asked anybody yet, but the time's coming. They've actually changed the forms and everything. So
For insurance.
For insurance,
Okay,
so we have to start asking people if they're growing marijuana and stuff.
Yeah, it's, I mean, if you're doing it right, I guess it can be okay, but you don't want a damaged house either.
Yeah.
What is your greatest accomplishment in being an insurance broker?
I think my greatest accomplishment was getting out on my own. After 18 years working for the man, it's nice to be able to work for myself and
That can be challenging, a little bit scary maybe at
Oh,
first.
very scary. I had many sleepless nights, but you know what? It's in the long run, it's definitely worth it.
It makes sense, and you can the harder you work, the more you get rewarded.
Exactly.
Whereas in a corporate world, it's not usually like that.
Yeah.
I went from being a mechanic to a real estate agent, so that was a big jump as
Huge,
well.
huge difference.
It's different. I don't know. I kind of use my hands still sometimes.
Yeah.
My brain a little bit. It's like troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Kind of like being a mechanic in some ways. You got to troubleshoot. Every deal's different. So.
Yeah.
What are your long-term goals?
My long-term goal is to basically just grow my business, and I'm not wanting to have a huge empire, but something that'll feed my family, a couple other families, to employ some people, and be able to use my extra time that I have working on my own to give back to the community. So doing a lot of community.
So you would like to grow it so you have other brokers working with you eventually?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you looking to hire someone now? Is it something soon you're going to take on? Or just...
Not yet. I'm looking 12 to 24 months to
cool.
get there. Yeah.
So if you're interested and you have questions, you may want to get a hold of her.
Mm-hmm.
I can supply her contact information if you're looking for it. And her office is downtown next to the Time Warner Theater.
Correct.
In Robin Benou's
office.
Robin Benou's floor, I guess. You go upstairs and she's like second floor. And there's only one big office on the second floor.
On the second floor.
It's the only one you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Last one is, do you have any tips for someone who's interested in becoming an insurance broker? So again,
be prepared to have to pull your hair out sometimes. It's a very, very stressful industry. Studying for the courses is pretty, it's a pretty good indicator of whether or not you're going to love it or not.
Right, it's a hard course.
It's not super hard, but I think it's got about a 30% fail rate. So
right, which that's like real estate too. Is lots of people fail it. I've always been lucky and good with tests, so
yeah,
I think I got lucky, but
yeah. So if you take the courses, they've got some courses online through ILS. You can take them there, and it's fairly reasonable. Like for less than $1,000, you can take your course, and depending on how fast you study, you can do it in a week or a month or 6 months.
So same with real estate. You have like 3 months to a year.
Yeah.
So would you suggest anyone getting into it? Would they like research the crap out of it before thinking about it? If they're just interested, just do it.
No, just do it.
That's what I did. I
Don't
just did
research
it. And I always said I never would have became a real estate
Mm-hmm.
agent if I had asked too many questions.
Yeah.
Because everyone brings up the negative and they'll just scare you out.
Yeah, you just learn day by day.
So that's it for questions. Do you have anything else that you want to tell anyone that maybe be pertinent to getting insurance?
Give me a call. We can talk.
For sure.
Yeah.
And she does all sorts of insurance. So she's great. I've used her lots, and lots of my clients have actually just referred another client to her. So hopefully they'll use her over the competition. Anyways, thanks everyone. And Taunya Holland, look her up. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Robert.
No problem.